There's a quote that really stuck with me recently. It goes, everyone is a check or two away from being homeless. A lot of people who might look down on people without money, or a lot of people who might think they're so well off and all this stuff, it's not truly well off. I don't feel comfortable with the idea of knowing if I lose my job, I could possibly be homeless in like a month or two. See, I worked really, really hard to get to where I am right now. I'm a software engineer now. Life is good. Financially, I'm happy. I'm single. I don't have kids. It's just me and my dog. Very grateful for that. It was not easy getting. The reality is, if I lose my job today, I would be right back to where I started at. Just like that. Granted, I have a certain skill set, but just like that. When I was doing the whole freelance videographer thing, when I was doing the whole full-time YouTuber thing, I spent a lot of time watching videos from people way more successful than me. I spent a lot of time absorbing all this information about how to make money here, here, and here, but guess what? Real life was happening where I didn't have the money to pursue all this stuff, where I was under too much stress to truly give any of these things a chance. Now, I'm not saying that necessarily you don't have to be in those scenarios to even try it something. I'm just saying for me, I could not give it my full best shot. I'm in a great mental place now. I feel like it's time for me to try to become a millionaire. It's time for me to genuinely be smart and try to become a millionaire. Now, can I do it? We don't know, but that's what this channel is for. This is what Broke For Now is all about. I'm not a millionaire. I make 6 figures, still had to fix my credit, still had to get rid of old debt. Cool, that's just what comes with life. I'm gonna do that. But what comes after I fix all that stuff? So before I even talk about my little goal of becoming a millionaire, which is not easy, here's some qualities that I found about rich people. So one thing I've learned from people who've made it from the bottom to the top in terms of, financial literacy, finally having some money from being broke. The main ongoing thing I've learned is that they don't depend on motivation. They just every single day put in the time and work, regardless of failure, regardless of anything. They do their best to put in the same effort as they did the previous day. Consistency, discipline has to be there. People who literally started from the bottom to got to where they are, they don't. They're just very, very persistent. You might fail here, I'm gonna try here. If you're a salesperson, they might hear a bunch of no's in one week, and they're going to do it again the next week. They don't give up. And more importantly, they don't spend time overthinking, and they just do it. A lot of people have let go of so many great ideas, business ideas, making a movie, whatever the case is, because they overthought their idea to the point where it just became a thing, a cool idea they thought of one time, and they never actually did it. They never thought, let me start that drop shipping business, let me do this, let me do that. They just overthought it and how hard it could be. They just never explored their idea because of all the overthinking. Nothing in the real world actually happened. So those are the qualities I want to have or I want to avoid. Honestly, after grinding so hard to get to where I'm at right now, after being broke for so long to finally having some stability in my life, I just feel like I'm in a great position to take a genuine shot at becoming a millionaire. So there's the risky route and the safe route. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna take both routes. I don't even know if that makes any logical sense, but I'm gonna try it. So the safe route, everyone knows this one, being smart with your money, saving it, investing it, right? One thing that came with making more money that I will admit, which I'm not very proud of, but life, I wanted to enjoy it a little bit. My monthly expenses went up significantly. The more money I made, the more money I started spending. To a certain degree, it's natural, but recurring expenses is something that you just want to stay away from. Me personally, step 1 is to reduce my monthly expenses. Step 2 would be fixing my credit. Those 2 things will give me more money and open up more opportunities where I literally stand to make so much more money based off better interest rates, based off how much money I could invest towards anything. My goal overall is to get into real estate investing. We already know real estate investing is the way to go. It is, after years and years, many millionaires have been made from it. I want to get into it. It's as simple as that. Safely invest my money and watch it grow over time. Now for my risky route, I want to start making micro investments, and I think micro investments can be like 5 to 10 grand or something like that. Whatever the case is, I want to invest in a bunch of companies and just see what happens. I want to have that type of money where I can just throw 5 grand here, throw 5 grand there, and just see what happens. The other one, which will take time and a lot of trial and error, is just start my own company. The idea of being financially free enough to not worry about, you know, say for this apartment right now, I have this apartment, I got it based off my income, right? The idea of someone firing me whenever they want, or because they made a mistake and they hire too fast or whatever, now they have to let a bunch of people go, it doesn't sit right with me. And I definitely want to fix that. I definitely want to be in a position where, one, I don't have to do that to anyone, and two, nobody could fire me. You know, like I really get it that when it comes to making products or whatever, or trying to just make it in life, you don't do it on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th try. Some people do it on the 15th try. And putting myself in a position where I work faster, my output is higher, so I could just keep swinging as much as possible till I get it, that's the goal for me. I don't care how long it's going to take. This whole becoming a millionaire thing, I don't care how long it's going to take. The goal is to get there. Now, granted, when you start your own business, just how you can make a ton of money, you could stand to lose a ton of money and just walk away with even less than what you started with. I'm ready for that. Because again, what do I have to lose? The goal is to get there. Number one priority is to increase my sources of income. Right now, I make 6 figures a month. Jesus Christ, that's a lie. I make 6 figures a year right now. As a software engineer, that is my career. That's what I do. But guess what? If I was to get fired, everything has to be adjusted for that. And no rich person walking on this earth only has one source of income. If they do, I'm wrong. A majority of rich people, a majority of well-off, successful people do not only just depend on one source of income. There was a point in time where YouTube was my main source of income, then I've just let my channels die. So here I am on YouTube in my first video on a finance channel about my plan. Now, it is a fact that a lot of people will overanalyze where they need to be for something to be successful, or make a crazy goal. A goal that I want to attain and have it be consistent is $1,000 a month of side income. Clean 1,000 of side income, not 100, not 10, not 50, just 1,000 of side income. And I'm going to be very grateful. I've done it before. Not consistently, but I've done it before. Now I want it to be as consistent as possible. $1,000 a month minimum of side income, averaged out through a year. The last most important thing that I know I need to do is just take care of myself. I know for a fact I'm not one of these people who can work 18-hour days because I'm trying to start my company and all be all good. No, I genuinely feel with less taking care of yourself, with less sleep, with less mental health breaks, with less walks, gym time, eating healthy, you are so much more exposed to making an absurd amount of mistakes that could have just been avoided. There is a sure fact of life that if you get more rest, you are more productive. I would rather work a productive 4 hours where it's just nothing but productivity than a dragged out 8 hours because I didn't want to sleep for the past 20 hours. You know what I mean? Like I want to be smart with my body. Now, granted, if you've made it this far, the plan is gonna change over time. So if you guys have any tips for me and how I can go around things, cool. But this channel is going to be dedicated to just learning. This channel is going to be dedicated to documenting where I'm at. I think there's something cool to be said about watching someone on YouTube or whatever the case start from nothing, or not nothing anymore, but start from goal A to end up at goal B. A lot of YouTubers who are well off or millionaires will start as a millionaire, and then they come on here and try to sell you things of how they became a millionaire. You know, you guys are actually going to see the process. Will it be successful? Will I be here 10 years from now still struggling with this? Whatever the case is, the goal is to get there. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video, subscribe, whatever the case is, and be back for the next one.